What is up? Hooray! I haven't live streamed in a while and decided that I'd do a little bit of it today. So, yeah, I've just got a little bit of work on testing library, helping somebody get in a pull request in. And then I've got some work on Epic React, the thing that I've just been focusing a ton of effort on recently. And so, yeah, I'll be working on both of those things. And let's go ahead and bring up the stuff. So this is the thing. Basically, the desire here, let me go down to this. The desire is to have better stack traces for asynchronous callbacks. So like the asynchronous utils. And so yeah, right now the stack trace that you get is all within testing library code, which is not very helpful. And I want to make it have the stack trace that's like where this was called in the first place. And that will make your error messages a lot better. And it's a pretty lightweight sort of thing as far as like the change. It's mostly just this. But yeah, and for that reason, I wanted to let somebody else have a hand in it and try it out. And so this person, this is their first pull request, and just kind of hand holding a little bit to help them make this successful. And there's just one thing left that they needed to do that's a little bit tricky, so I'm going to help them finish that up so we can get that all done. And then I'm also working on my React performance workshop material. I decided to make a little change, so we'll do some of that too. And there's probably some other open source things that I can work on with y'all watching as well. So the first thing I'm going to do is I've pulled, or I anytime that I go and do maintenance on any of my libraries, the first thing that I do is make sure that like I pull all the latest, I install the latest dependencies and everything, and then I run the validate script to make sure that everything is working on my machine properly before I start making a bunch of changes to everything. So yeah, we've got import order warnings. Yeah, I forgot about that. That's so weird. I probably shouldn't even have that rule, to be honest. I think that rule is stupid, but I'm going to go satisfy that rule so we don't have that problem. So actually, we'll get that in VS Code right here. Here we go. And actually, you know what? I was in my recording mode, but now I am not recording. I am live streaming. So let me switch over to my live streaming stuff. All right. Sweet. So those warnings were in the tests. Okay, so let's just get that run and do. And I think it was in here maybe. I should just turn off this warning, but you know, what are you gonna do? In one of these. There we go. There it was. There we go. Get rid of that warning. Kind of annoying. Okay, sweet. So we've got our tests all working and warnings are taken care of. The next thing that I'm going to do is I use a package called NCU. It's Npm Check Updates. And I just update everything to the latest version of all the things. Looks like we have a breaking change right here. Let's go make sure that that didn't actually break for our users. So we'll go to pretty format, because that is a shipped dependency. We actually do use that. And that is shipped with Jest, actually. So do we have a change log in here? No. Okay, so we're going to have to go to the releases page and find where pretty format was changed. Oh yeah, this is part of the version 26 release. And so that's exciting. Cool stuff. But I don't think that we had... Okay, remove build ES5 from package. I don't think that I care about that, but let me just double check that. So we have pretty format and version 25. Okay, so here's the difference. And I don't think I ever used the ES5 build thing. So this is not going to impact me or my users, we're totally fine. Okay, sweet. So, and then the rest of these, just assume, like this is a dev dep, this is a dev dep here. This is a shipped dependency, but this is maintained by one of our maintainers, and that's within the version range. Anyway, I believe, pretty sure. The pre 1.0 is kind of funny, but I'm pretty sure the caret will capture. That will definitely capture it. Okay, sweet. So with that, now I'm going to make a branch for update things. And hey, check this out. I just installed a new git diff pager thing called Delta. It's awesome. And yeah, so I get syntax highlighting in my git diffs. Pretty wild, pretty awesome. So let's go ahead and commit all this stuff with, I guess this would be, technically it's a chore. There's not really any real benefits that we get from all. So yeah, chore, update all the dependencies. And I'll just, and we'll push that here in a second. And then because I'm using, well, actually, no, it's just because we've got GitHub and it's awesome. Well, okay, so I'm using Husky to run all of the validate and everything to make sure everything's happy. And then when I push, I get this sweet thing. So I'm going to grab that, and it came over here. So we'll here, and let's just fill this in, update all the things, and get rid of errors. Why? To keep us updated. And because I'll npx and u it and fix honest. Okay, so this is going to be an NA. This is an N. Whoops. NA. A. And ready to be merged. Create pull request. And then I'm just going to merge this. No need to wait, because I know that this will, if it doesn't pass, then I can fix it. It's no big deal, but it's going to pass. And I only created the pull request for visibility. So let's go ahead and check out master. We'll pull this, and then get PR. Oh, no open pull requests. Oh, for master. What? Oh, okay. Want to list. Is there like a way to list? Yeah, PR list. There it is. Sweet. Check that out. Isn't that cool? I love Hub. I don't use this feature a whole lot, but I should. Hit PR check out for 542. And then we're going to rebase master. And then we're going to start the tests. And let's get over to the test that test in question here. That is one that was open. Oh, and actually I had it right there. Oh well. So with this, the test in question is the wait for. S in the tests. Just check out that. And then what we wanted to do was, in addition to verifying that you could show the original stack trace, we also want to verify that the stack trace that they do show is useful. So we're gonna say provides a useful or a stack trace from the call site. Yeah, okay, sweet. So basically going to be the same thing that we've got here. This is async, except we're not going to show original stack trace. We're going to throw that. And then let's console log result. Take a look at what that looks like. I think it'll have the full path, which is the problem right there. That's why this is hard, is because it shows the full code path. So normally I would do a snapshot of this, but yeah, that won't work because we got the full path. But we can probably still do something with this. But instead of throws a full stack trace, I'll just do example error. Okay. That's actually throw E or throw result. Yeah, shoot. This is kind of tricky to test. I just want to make sure that the stack trace that I get here is going to, or the stack trace that I get when I'm using it will show me the code frame from where it was. So hold on, let's just see. Like because Jest will behave differently when something's in node modules versus when it's not, which is kind of here. So if I come down here and I comment this out, what is that stack? That change? Oh, no. Hold on. I'm going to go with wait. Yes. And I want to run a specific test. Well, this is fine. Yeah, see, that's either way, right? So at callback, yada, yada. And it's the same here. Okay, maybe it's better to test this. Hold on, I don't have my chat open. I don't know if people are talking to me. Hello there. When can we expect Epic React? That's coming soon, hopefully very soon. We're talking order of magnitude is months, not days or weeks or years. Hopefully not years. Do you have any advice on supporting ES modules for Node 12 and 13? I wouldn't bother. I don't know. I still don't use ES modules like native ES modules. I'm still compiling. So that's where I'm at. For the rest of the world to figure it out. Okay, so yeah, it's kind of tricky to test this. Here, I'm gonna get this one thing running, and then I'm gonna console.log the timed out error.stack versus console.log last error stack. That's interesting. Oh, he's got the logic switched around. Yep, that's there we go. Yeah, okay. So that's fine because when people are using this, the stack trace or the code frame will find the last line that's not in node modules, and it will highlight that line. So we can verify this works by doing a bit of a hack. I know that people are going to tell me, why don't you just do npm link? But I'm not going to do npm. What I'm going to do instead is we're going to run the build, and the only file that we're changing is the disk. So here, I'm going to just use this project because I've got it. And we're going to copy code react library. Or no, this is testing library. Just wait for JS. We're going to copy this to our node modules. Testing. Oh, actually, just wait for. Oh, interesting. Oh, we don't. Hold on a second. What version of DOM testing library are we on? Did I not update everything? I did yesterday. Just get everything updated. There definitely should have the latest of everything in here. Done. Library, React, the latest. That should give me the latest version of DOM testing library. Well, leave. Oh, and here if I go to get ignored. This will have space. That this should work, I believe. Where do I find the time to do this stuff with my full-time job? Well, Anthony, I actually have a blog post about this. So you can take a look at this, but keep in mind that I am my own employer now. So when I wrote this blog post, I wasn't. I was doing a lot of stuff in addition to my daytime job. Now my daytime job is whatever I want, and because I create educational material, lots of it's based on testing library, and so like that's part of my job. Yeah. How many hours a week should a developer spend testing the app? Really depends. Really totally depends on a lot of things. So I'm not gonna give you a number of hours. So we're gonna go to node modules, testing, library, DOM. Go to our dist. Wait for what? I am so confused. Okay, so what version? Okay. Node modules, testing library, DOM, package JSON. What version are we on? I can never find it. There it is. 6.16. Is that the latest? No, it's not the latest. What? What's going on? What is this? Why do we not have the latest? Npm S. Should have done that. Weird. Oh, React Workshop app isn't updated. Ah, fascinating. Okay, so I can fix that. No problem. I'm a React Workshop app. Okay, so we're kind of taking a hop, skip, and a jump here. Do several projects before they get to stuff. React use. What am I using React use? I'm not. Or actually, let's just go to JSON. I was using it for dark mode, I think, but I don't need it. That's good. That's fine. This is mostly like node version. Okay, let's just make sure. Query React. All right, this was all just sample stuff. Yeah, I just like copy paste. So that should be fine. All right. Get all that updated. Okay. What do you think about Deno or Deno. I don't know. Haha. Deno seems really awesome. That's not my realm of expertise, or what's the word I'm looking for? Leading edgeness, and so I don't really bother diving deep into that extra stuff. Seems interesting. Maybe one day everybody will use that. It'll be cool. How did you implement that pull request layout using the terminal? I'm not sure what you mean by pull request layout, but I'm using Hub, and you can go learn more about everything that I use. Oh, you were behind on the stream. Gotcha. Yeah. Okay, cool. Here we go. We got everything up, and we have tons of vulnerabilities. I don't know why. So what I'm going to do is delete node modules and package lock. And watch this. We're not going to have the same problem because I don't trust any package manager ever. They just, I mean, amazing work. I'm sure it's really hard and whatever to do this, but wow, it doesn't work very well. So remember, we had 283 vulnerabilities when we installed all those packages. Now I deleted package lock, I updated all the things and ran install. This time I deleted package lock and node modules right there. And now I'll bet you we are not going to have 283 vulnerabilities. I'll be surprised if we do. Yep. See? I have to blow it all away just to upgrade anything. Isn't that super, super annoying? Yeah, so the NI is just an alias for npm install. Okay, cool. So now nrv is an alias for npm run validate, which is a script that I put in pretty much every project that I have, which ultimately here we're using KCD scripts because this is a library, and that KCD scripts validate is going to run build and lint and test, and a couple other things if you have them in your package JSON. So that's cool. It totally worked. And got React. Oh, and that's right. I've got the experimental version of React installed, which I think there's a more recent version of that. So let's go ahead and get that updated. Versions are here. And hopefully that one at least will install properly so I don't have to blow everything away. But yeah, I'm going to get warnings about all the steps. It's like, you've got an experimental version installed. Yeah, I do. It's fine. Okay, so commit all the things with your update all is and then this is going to trigger a release of some of this particular software. So I'm going to git browse, take me to the repo. I don't understand how it has so many downloads. I guess that many people have cloned my workshops. Or not that many people, but that's how many times an install has been run in one of my workshops. That actually seems reasonable. And with that now, I've got my Travis build going. I should probably run my build on node 14. So while that's going, let's do our Travis YAML. And I actually have a good version of this with KCD scripts. Actually, git pull that. I think KCD scripts is updated. Problem with bat is those lines. So if you ever want to be, like, it's nice for the formatting, but I wonder if I can configure bat and not do the lines. Help. Numbers. context 3 lines. Okay, I need to at boo at bat. There we go. Cat clone with wings. And instead of it's an OSS generator KCD. Thank you, Mike. Shoot, I can't remember how to say your name. Michael. No, I'm sorry. I'm a terrible friend. Okay, we haven't ever actually met in real life. I might be able to say it better if we had, but I'm looking for line or numbers only. I don't want to show numbers at all. I think what I want is header. Let's try that. At package JSON style header. Nice. Of course, if I ever wanted to actually copy paste something, I should probably use cat instead. Anyway, all right, so that was fun. So let us copy, or wait, where am I? Project is this? React Workshop. Okay, cool. So we're gonna go cd to React Workshop app. We're gonna copy. Actually, we need to go into the generator. Hit pull, then be back into the React Workshop app. Copy generator, Travis. Oh, whoops, that was a mistake. Delete that. All right, sweet. So now we're getting right latest versions and the fork and all of that. Beautiful. Cool. Okay, so with that, now I can commit chore, update, Travis, and push, but I don't want to push yet. I want to make sure that this thing gets released before. Otherwise, I have to wait until this next push gets all built, and I don't want to do. Okay. Yeah, if you see me do anything at all, ever, in any of my videos, before you ask me what I'm using, go to my uses page, and you will find pretty much everything that I'm using on. So, save both of us quite a bit of time. All right, so we've got all this. It's building. It successfully built and compiled those files. This is what happens pretty much anytime I jump into your into my any of my open source projects and start maintaining stuff. I wind up in like 30 other projects updating everything. It's always kind of funny. Oh, actually, that reminds me. ESLint, big, can't see dots. I need to add ESLint plugins for just DOM and test, because it's high time I have got that. And here are links. Those everybody should absolutely be using, including myself. Kind of silly that I don't have. And it's released, hooray! So now I can push that, and then I can leave this project alone for foreseeable future, and come back here and see you update all the stuff, remove package, lock, and node modules, because I don't trust this package manager, and we need to RF that thing. And I think I've actually got an alias for something that'll do this and run the install, but I forget what that was. Okay, cool. So that is, we're back here where I want to take this dist file and copy it over to here to see what that's going to look like. And I can verify. Actually, let's see if find by. Go. Oh yeah, it's right here. Sweet. And by title globe. So we want to make sure that the error message that we get, we'll check it before and see that the error message we get isn't super helpful. And then I'll copy things over, check it, and see that the error message is a lot more helpful. Then I can figure out how to test that. Honestly, I kind of feel like it's not a super important thing to test, but I just don't think it's likely we'll break it. So, okay. Sounds like the audio is cutting in and out for some people, but for some people it's fine. So sorry, I don't know. I am a robot. Okay, cool. Here we go. Only one severity vulnerability. Sweet, and it's low. All right, so now, actually, no, not the validate. Well, yeah, sure. Let's just run the whole validate script. All the tests are passing, and the build is running. And I'm gonna look over here really quick and take a look at my email, which never ceases. Okay, sweet. So now we're gonna run these tests, and I'm going to break that, and the error message we get will not be super awesome. We will get unable to find element, and that's nice. But we don't get anything useful in our stack trace. We don't get a code frame that looks nice, any of that. So that is what we're here to fix, and that's what I'm pretty sure is fixed by this change that we made here. So just gonna copy the React, or no, the DOM testing library. What am I looking for? DOM testing library slash this slash wait for.js to my node modules testing library DOM dist wait for.js. And now if I run this again, we'll run it again, and we should get a code frame. Yep, right there. Boom. Ta-da. I can see a much more helpful. Oh, that's where that happened. All right, nice. And I can see, oh, right there. Okay, boom, click, boom, there it is. Awesome. Yeah, a lot more helpful error message, right? Sweet glory. All right. So now, how do I make sure, now that I've ensured that this actually does what I expect it to do, now I need to make sure that that this will work. So here we get stack trace. I'm actually just going to without our change here. Not as helpful. Okay. Okay, so the stack trace is not something we can, or the code frame is not something we can assert on. We just have the stack trace. And so the better one will have wait for big wrapper. Yeah, okay. And then ultimately it has our test file in it. And this one has our, yeah, it also has our test file in it, but the line that it has, here, we'll just reset that. The line that it has is, points to this callback right here, rather than, and actually here, let's, do this. Yeah, actually that doesn't make. So in any case, what we're going to do here now is I have my result, and I'm going to simply expect result stack. The console. And the console log is now showing the where it is. Code 2. But what I'm looking, this line should have, because if we, like, a snapshot would fail every time because one thing. That's tricky. Because even without this change, we're still going to get a line in our stack trace that includes our. That's at callback. I wonder if we can give this a function. Function my async function. Can you assert again a regex of it? Yeah, I could assert a regex, but I'm not sure what the regex should be. And I'm thinking I may end up with a regex. I'm just not sure what that regex should be. So, hey, thanks, James. That was nice. Curious about my thoughts on React Native. Yeah, so I think it's awesome. I've never used it to build anything. I've done Hello World in it, but yeah, I've never really used React Native. I just noticed, and if I were to build a native app today, I would absolutely reach for React Native first. Like, ain't no doubt. That is exactly what I would do. But yeah, I just noticed a question earlier. Somebody's wanting teasers for Epic React. And yeah, you'll get a teaser of that. Once I'm done with this, then we're going to be looking at the React Performance Workshop a little bit. And how often do I stream? I don't know. Kind of whenever. I didn't stream for a while because I was doing a bunch of workshops, just like tons of workshops. But yeah, you can see how often I streamed before by looking at my channel's history. And my Oh My ZSH theme, I don't really have. I don't use Oh My ZSH. So the theme for this is my terminal. I just use regular terminal app. And I've got a little bit of a theme there. I'm not sure where you can get it though. How I could share that to you. I just kind of like made it by hand. Okay. Yeah, so for the win knob is giving me a regex I can use, but remember that same regex will still match in either case. So whether I have this working or not, my test will pass. As you can see, I've got wait for right there, wait for right there, and I've got wait for right there and wait for. So what I need is to determine what the difference is so that this will fail if when it should. So yeah, that's what I'm working on. So let's get back to this. Naming this function isn't going to do it for me. I'm not sure why this says object anonymous. What's actually happening is we're using the timed out error stack, which is being created right here. And we're going to borrow that stack trace. And so that is the stack trace that we're actually getting. And so what that means is, yeah, it should be at wait for. And then this function is actually getting called down here with this wait for wrapper, which is this thing, which ultimately gets called as part of this async wrapper from the get config. So that's what all of this nonsense is all about. And then finally, we have this object.anonymous. And that's what this is, I bet. Yep, pretty confident that's why that's object anonymous. So we give this a name, function wait for wrap, or wrapped wait for oops, and args. Oh, whoops, nope, that should not accept args. Yeah, there it is. Oh no, nope. I don't know why we're getting this object anonymous. Back up. Oh, I bet I know what's going on. When this is compiled, this gets compiled to a object, and then it's an I don't know. That doesn't really matter all that much. So what I really care about is I need to have some mechanism to say that here, let's get a stack trace right before. Stack new error stack. Let's compare these two. Be fairly. So the first line of this one would be very close. Yeah, that's what I want it to be. So then we're going to take, let's just clean it up. Find split by new lines, and I'll grab x1, and then we'll place start of the string dot star all the way to open parentheses and dot star, group this, place this with that first group. I think that should do it, right? Ta-da, sweet. And we'll actually have it go not to the closing parentheses, but instead to colon. Dot star. But I don't want to include first colon. Fixes. We don't want it to be greedy. There we go. Okay, sweet. So that gets me the full path to the current file, which I technically have. Anyway, that's basically dir name, so maybe that's not going to be all that useful. Maybe what I maybe what I want instead is, here, let me see really quick. What's the line number? 8. Maybe we only want to do this if it's a testing library error. Yeah, I think that's actually the case. We only want to do this if this is a because if somebody is throwing an error in their wait for manually, they probably want to see the stack trace for the error that they threw. So we throw the result here. Stack trace we're getting is that error example thing. Then if I fix this, now the stack trace that they'll get, it won't be here at the timed out wait for, it'll or the code frame, I mean, it won't be at the timed out wait for, it'll be right here, but they won't be able to see and hear which one of those threw the error. So yeah, we only want this to happen if it's a testing library error. Yep, glad that we took a look at this. So, got query helpers, I think. Testing library error. Helpers, here we go. Nope, that's not it. Where? Testing element error. That's what we want. Okay. So yeah, we only want to do this if it's a testing library element error. Specifically, this is useful for the find by stuff. So this is good. This is a good. So if not show original stack trace and the error.name is a testing library element error, then we'll do this magic. Otherwise, the error stack will be unchanged. Okay, sweet. So for this test, we can expect the result stack to be the error stack. And we'll do the, yeah, so it's basically this thing, except without the show original error stack trace. Yep, okay, sweet. And then this one actually should probably be changed to something else. So we're gonna do error.name is library element error. Yep. And it should still pass. Good. And then even if error is okay, sweet. And then reserve or does not change the stack trace if the thrown error is not testing library error. Okay. If the thrown error is a library element error. Okay, cool. I'm getting like tons of chats in here, and I don't know which one of these are like you just all chatting it up and having a good time, or if you have questions for me. It looks like you're just chatting it up, so that's fun. Enjoy. Glad to provide that space for people to chat and meet and greet and have a good time. So yeah, what we're gonna do actually is this. Testing library element error, just fake one, and not to be. And then Oh, whoa, whoa. Wait. So we are getting that log. I'm confused. Hold on a second. So we got an error, and the result, stack should not, it should not be the same. Or I guess. Stack. Huh. Well, that's odd. Thought we were changing the error stack. Definitely be. I have an idea. What if we want to make this stack trace a little bit better, right? So we should probably call this in the wait for wrapper, right? Would make sense. So we need to make our error here error stack error. Gotta spell error right though. Okay. Okay, and then we're gonna take the back and provide the stack trace as an option. And we'll accept that. And hold on a second. I need to check. Normally have this. Got an error. The error message. Yo. Error stack still says hi. Doesn't keep name. Okay. Stack. We do stack trace message. Call this the stack trace. Have row. Target a or target dot stack source dot place trace message with that is not an I'm gonna re Don't ask me. Check my blog post. The subject why I switched. Okay, so borrow stack trace. And so then this timeout error, say let's see. We only want to do this. We only want to check if the error name is element. Or target is our error and stack. Way. And else basically the except not okay. Yeah, I think that's what we want. Okay, so we're blown up. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, right, because okay. Goes the full stack trace. Okay, so this is nice because it's going to give us a stack trace that is closer to the call site. Whereas before we had a stack trace that included the get config and the async wrapper and this call to wait for. And now we're getting a much closer stack trace, less buried stack trace. I feel like there's probably something we could do to clean this up a little bit. The thing is that this is not a testing library element error, so it won't fall in. They are different. We're testing a testing library. Yep, that's what we're doing. Aren't you passing just stack? Not, yeah, you got it. Thank you. Good. Okay, so we don't need this anymore. Instead of borrow, we're gonna do. Actually, here, instead of this, we can say source message. Go. That all caps thing. Okay, cool. So now we got to figure out why the stack trace was unchanged. It absolutely should have been changed. Result stack not be our error. Close. timeout. I do the time. Guess I never tested the stack, which honestly, I don't blame myself. Okay, copying stack trace. You copy it. That is strange. We are setting target stack, right? So stack, first stack, new stack, full insert. The original stack is not. Oh no. Right, so yeah, okay, so they're not the same. Make sure I've got that. Oh. Yes, they are different. React testing library. No, we're fine. The tests are actually really good. This one's just kind of weird. We're doing stack traces. Trying to optimize that jest can be really nice. That's. I don't understand why are these two stack traces the same? Undone error. Got our undone called. Here's our error and the result. There's an error. We reject it, which will trigger our error thrown. Right, but that's the error with the stack trace that we created. Being so the log that back. This one in source wait. The wait for and right there. Oh, hold on a second. Oh, silly me. Okay. This result is this error. That's what's going on. So here, let's get our original stack trace is the error stack. And we're going to make sure that they are different. So the result should not be the original stack trace. That's what it is. Okay, and in that case, we also need to make sure of this because watch, check this out. So if I comment that out, our test should break, but it does not because of the way our assertion. So here, this little log thing here. Yeah, test should totally break because this isn't there, but it's not. This is why it's important that you make sure your test can break. And we're going to grab our original stack trace and make sure that those two are the same. And we'll do the same thing for this. Whoops. And be the same as the original stack trace. Now those are both broken. Oh, well, hold it. Oh, right. Only the one that I broke is broken. If I break the other one, now they're both broken. Sweet. Then I can fix them. Ta-da! Sweet. Good. Okay, so I'm happy with this. This is a good change. Let's go ahead and just double check this. Kind of sanity check here to make sure that this is going to do what we expect it to. Copy. DOM testing library dist wait for.js, and then into our node testing library DOM dist wait for.js, and then with that, so this is what we had before. It should actually look basically the same, except now it's not going to have the quite as much of the wrapping stuff. Like, where's our wrapping stuff? Yeah, the wait for wrapper and act wrapper, async wrapper. This stack trace should actually be a lot smaller. Let's see. Yeah, way smaller. Lots less useful or useless stuff. This is way better. Super happy with this. We get our code frame right there. It's exactly what we were looking for, what we want. And yeah, nice terse stack trace. And then if I don't want to have that terse stack trace, then I can come in here and say show, what is it? Original trace true. Save that. And I'll get the full ugly stack trace. Well, maybe I need to spell it right. Did I? Original stack trace. Huh. Well. Yeah. Okay, so I need to make it so that that's interesting. Oh, the wait find by. Oh, yeah, these are the matcher options, and then the wait for. There we go. Ta-da! Yeah, nice and ugly stack trace right there. Beautiful. Very good. Okay, sweet. So we're in a good place. This is the way most people will see it, with a fantastic stack trace. It's glorious. And then what people will see even more often is a passing test. Hooray! So, sweet. Let me check out some questions. Sorry that my mic keeps cutting out. That's super weird. That should absolutely not be happening. But I guess bad things happen sometimes. Oh, cutting out at low volumes. Yeah. That happens sometimes. Let me change my filters. And I think I need to, man, I can't remember. Lower that and lower that. I just don't want it to get the fan in the background, so. Okay. Huh, that's weird. I don't hear or see the fan in the background either. Maybe I have to save or like close this first or something. But anyway, it does cut out at low volumes and I sometimes mumble. Let me know if that's any better. Okay. Yeah, I see the green go all the way down to the bottom, so I guess you're not going to hear that. I'm actually getting better equipment that should be here tomorrow, just a little better interface that will have a better gain and everything will be better. Hopefully. That's what the consultant that I talked to said. So, great. I'm really happy with this. I think this is going to be a great call. I'm going to add some documentation because this is kind of weird. This is so the stack trace the user or the developer sees is one that's closer to their code because async stack traces are garbage. No, let's be more clear. Are hard to understand or to follow. Okay. Create the stack trace error or the stack trace here. So it's as close to the user or the calling code as possible. I guess we don't have to do that. we could just manually remove the stack trace lines until it's not in inside of testing library code. But I wonder what that would look like when we're bundling. Because like the way we would do that is probably by checking the path that it's saying. But when you're bundled, and if you send this to the browser or something, then the path won't really work right. So I think this is probably the best, most simple way to do this. Create the error here. So its stack trace is as close to the calling code as possible. There we go. Sweet. All right, so then I'm going to git commit. Here, check this out. Check this out. Okay, we're gonna delete this thing. Git diff. Look at that syntax highlighting. Are you kidding me? So fancy. Look at all that stuff I added and some stuff I removed. And yeah, and then in areas where it was like I added and removed, we get some highlights right there. Yeah, this is awesome. Big fan. All right, so let's add all the things and commit them with improve stack trace stuff. I don't really care about this commit message because we're going to be writing that commit message when we merge it anyway. My to-do highlight, that's one of my VS Code plugins. You can go to my uses page and find all of my VS Code plugins. I don't even remember which one it is. One of the test names is butchered. Uh-oh. Let's find out what that is. Provides a stack trace from the... yeah, okay. If provides a stack trace... and improved stack trace. Yeah, and this is sufficient to know that the stack trace has changed. It's too hard to test that the stack trace is what we want it to be. So we'll just make sure that it's not the same as the original. Fix error or test title. And add a comment, yada, yada, yada. Sweet. Yeah, so somebody asked me, I just noticed, how to get started learning Jest and React Testing Library. The best, absolutely best thing that you can do right from the very start is to read the docs. We try pretty hard to give you good docs. The next thing that, next best thing that you can do is I just wrote a blog post about common mistakes people make with React Testing Library. So read through this. It's a great blog post. And then the final thing that you can do that's probably better than all of these things is get yourself a copy of testingjavascript.com. You'll find a link to that at the bottom of this post, and I will also post a link to that in the chat. And that will get you like super, super far ahead on testing. So have fun with that. All right, sweet. Great, so we've got this. I don't know why this person keeps saying see. Maybe it's their way of saying I see this. I don't understand it. I'm confused by that. But now we're good. That's wonderful news, or wonderful to hear. Take a look at my changes. It ended up being a bit challenging for me as well, but I'm happy with what we're going to ship together. Smiley face. All right, so I'm going to take a look at this. And we'll resolve this. You know what? This should probably be moved. Let's, yeah, let's do that. Just move these side by side. Move option. All right, and that should push. Here we go. We should get a little refresh thing saying, hey, you're looking at an out-of-date thing. We'll just refresh. There it is. All right, sweet. So then we say, let me just double check that got moved where it should be. Yep, this is looking good. I'm going to make a PR for docs and then merge if nobody has any objections to this. I have verified that this works in my own project and the stack trace is way better. Thanks. Approve. All right, so let's go to testing library docs. And actually, you know what? It's easier to just go to testinglibrary.com, find the page that I want, configuration. Here are the options. Let's edit this and edit this. And let's come over here. And the option is named, where is it? There it is. Show original stack trace. Put it right there. By default, wait for will ensure that the stack trace for errors thrown by testing library is cleaned up and and shortened so it's easier for you to identify the part of your code that resulted in the error. Async stack. I don't know where the line break should be. Stack traces are hard to debug. If you want to if you want to skip this, then set, or if you want to disable this, then set show original stack trace to false. You can also disable this for a specific call in the wait for options. What's the difference between DOM testing lib and React testing lib? so just focus on React Testing Library, but it re-exports everything from DOM Testing Library. So when you use wait for from React Testing Library, you're actually using that same thing from DOM Testing Library. So yeah, and all the queries, everything is in DOM Testing Library. That's where most stuff is. React Testing Library is just a lightweight wrapper on top of that. So learn them both. And actually, we're going to come over here to async utilities. And in the options you pass to wait for. That's probably good enough. Add config option. Typo original. Original? Where did I typo that? In here? Original. Did I typo something? Original. Am I misspelling it? If you can tell me where I typoed original, then let me know. That would be great. Okay, sweet. Docs PR for that. Great pull request. We've got a build failure. That's no bueno. Let's see what's going on here. Ah, coverage. All right. Open coverage lcov index HTML. Okay, and then test coverage. There we go. Get all that going. The original typo is one in the comments. Oh, okay. That's fine. Okay, so now we refresh and boom, we found it. It is in wait for, naturally. So we never pass an empty object or non-options, and we don't have a test for the else case. So we're always copying the stack trace. Okay, well, we've got a couple tests to write here. Coverage and watch all. So I'll do coverage in watch mode. And we'll just do, whoops, wait for. There we go. And refresh here. Okay, and it looks like that is covered in other tests, which is fine. That was covered in other tests. So I just want to make sure that we cover this and this. Yeah, okay, very good. So, timeout. Use a generic, yeah, and this is the one we want. If no error is thrown, actually, if no error is thrown, then throws a timeout error. Yep. If no error is thrown, or if show original stack trace on a timeout error, then the stack trace is unchanged. Okay, so then we'll get our, or no, it's not unchanged, it's is full, or is big. I Okay, so this is going to be show original stack trace is true. Console log result dot stack. Yeah, that's okay. So that's an interesting thing. So because the stack trace that we create by default is synchronous, then it will include this file. But if we don't do that, then it will not include this file. Yeah, which makes total sense. So we can say then the stack trace does not include this file. Okay, so then we can say const this file is path. I need path. Import. Oh no, actually that'll be fine. We can do dir name replace. Actually no, that's fine. We can just do dir name. So we can expect result stack not or to in contain. That takes a no, that's a list. To match. That's just for regex. Oh no, it'll take a string as well. Dir name. All right. Does not include. So this should fail. To not match. There we go. But then if we take this away, then that should fail. Yep, sweet. Great. All right, so that'll cover us for that. And then for the other thing, where we default this to an object, it's impossible for anybody to call wait_for without calling the wait_for wrapper, which is always going to pass an object. So we no longer need to default that object anymore, which is neat. All right, sweet. So then if we run all of the tests, then we should get 100% code coverage. Sweet. Refresh. Ta-da. There it is. All right. Fix code coverage. All right. Looking good. I'm sure it was in here somewhere. It's probably in here. Anyway, we're good. Life's just awesome. Okay. Sweet. So we got that push. Now it's building. Let me think what else I could do while we're waiting for this. We do have 2 other pull requests on here. One that's kind of a big thing, and this allow filter by select state. We're waiting for docs, I think. So yeah, I don't think that there's anything I can do on that one. The TypeScript stuff, I'm not sure where we left off here. Okay, that was 11 days ago. Were there commits made? Okay, I'm thinking this is a good idea. Just have, yeah, I'm just bad at TypeScript. I'm not very good at TypeScript. It makes me feel insecure that I'm not good at TypeScript. But I think this is what we should do. Shame about the JS doc stuff. Let's go ahead and get this merged. And then we can explore migrating to TS full sail. I don't know how to say full sail. Totally. Looks like there's a conflict in the package JSON. Sorry, my bad. I think KCD scripts should probably be updated to support this in the validate script. You know what? Let's just do this. Let's do this right here. No, because I'm going to fail a test. Let's just do this really quick. Okay, we're going to go to KCD scripts, get pull. I think I already did all this, but we'll just make sure we're on the latest of everything. Yeah, okay, there we're updating Jest. That's cool. So then remove node modules and the package lock and install, and then we'll open this up in VS Code, and then we'll go to our validate script. I'm gonna ditch flow. Flow is dead to me. TSC. I think we've got TSC in here. Yeah, if TypeScript, TSC. And actually, we'll just type check if script. You know what? We can keep flow. It's fine, but this is going to be type check now. Yeah, and instead of flow, it'll just be type check, and it'll be whatever they want it to be. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, sweet. So then yep. We're going to have a test failure probably. The validate is probably using snapshots. We'll just update those. Did you see how I didn't even check? That's snapshots for you, but don't worry, I'll check right now. Instead of flow, we're doing, oh, actually, flow. We're going to ditch flow. Flow. Type check. Yeah, we'll ditch Babel config. flow. If any dep. We want preset TypeScript. Yeah, I guess we can keep flow around. Nope. I'm getting rid of flow. Flow's gone. I will never use flow. And I think I busted my snapshot, so let's get that updated. Okay, sweet. I'm gonna run my special get alias CA. I don't remember what it does, but it lets me author a commit message right here, and it after I do all the hooks, and it'll show me my diff, which is kind of nice. So we've got I guess I need to update to delete those obsolete snapshots. Goodbye. Okay, sweet. Okay, and while we were doing all that nonsense, did this get updated? Yeah, we're still waiting on CodeCov, but that'll probably be waiting forever. So let's merge this bad boy. Feature, wait for improve async error stack traces, or yeah, error traces for async errors. Doodaloo, doodaloo. And there it goes. Congratulations. Let's go ahead and get this person on our all contributors for code and tests. And let's get this, squash that. And here we go. Merge this guy. Oh, I haven't been looking at the chat. Anybody chatting stuff? Why do you remove package.json when reinstalling after updating dependencies? Because I don't trust the package.json. And really, I just want, this isn't like an app that I'm shipping to production. So I actually do want to have the latest of everything to make sure that the library I'm producing works with the latest of everything. When I have an app that I'm shipping to production and that kind of thing, I will not be doing that. So that's something to keep in mind. All right, so we're going to do feature type check. Add support for a type check script. Breaking change, remove support for flow. Built-in support for flow. Still works. You just have to configure Babel manually. Okay. We also updated all dependencies. Also update all deps, because that's what I do. I always do that. Oh, okay, actually, I'm going to need to fix something on that, some of those validate tests. Okay, so let's go to validate here, flow. Anywhere where we find flow should be type check. See, this is why you got to check those snapshots. All right, let's run those tests. Yeah, there we go. Now we're adding all those. And then we can push. And we'll get a new version, major version of KCD scripts released. Hooray! I just pushed or released a major version to KCD scripts, which now will automatically run a type check script if it's available. So you don't need to worry about about adding that to the validate script. Okay, sweet. So then we can get checkout master, get poll, clear that. And then here in a little bit, we'll do a once I get that release here and we can watch it, sure, why not? TravisCI.com, KCD scripts. There we are. We'll just hang out here for a second. I'm going to check some emails and see if there's anything. Ah, sweet. ESLint config can't see nods has been updated. Okay, here, hold it. Cancel this job. I don't want to release that yet. Let's get all of this in as well. And I'm going to just have to go double check all of these rules that just make sure that I like them. So let's go to just DOM ESLint and testing a library ESLint. Okay, cool. So let's take a look at these rules. Just pop them all open. I'll go through them one at a time and make sure that I like them. What's up, John? Just, you know, updating an ESLint config here real quick. Okay. Yeah, I'm good with that one. Definitely good with that one. So let me just make sure that is in here. Prefer checked, error, boom. Okay, to be empty over checking inner HTML. Huh. To be empty. I think this documentation is messed up. I'm pretty sure that these are copy-paste. Is that can I do that? Yeah, I'm pretty sure those are just copy-pasted. So, wait, no. They're not. They're slightly different. What is... John, I wish I were also floating on the one wheel right now. I should do that. I just got the, after having terrible earbuds for a long time, I finally got some legit ones. This is the new Pixel Buds. They are amazing, and I went riding last night with these, and it was just fantastic. Like, I could still hear the wind and stuff, but I could actually hear stuff. I could listen to podcasts and understand what they were saying. I'm confused by this one, but I'm gonna guess that it's fine. So we'll keep that one on. To be disabled. Yep, that one's good. All of these are enabled, right? Yeah. Prefer focus. Yeah, I'm confused by the by the examples here. They definitely should show you using the assertion in here, but that's fine. Yeah. Okay, I'm good with that one. To have focus, that's good. To be required. Yeah. Not to be required, my goodness. Yeah, good. Cool. All right. That's to be required. And then have attribute. Yeah, cool. I like that. To have text content. Very good. Big fan of that. All right, so all those are good. The next one, await. Yeah, definitely want to await those things for sure. Yeah, good. That one's good. And all these are enabled, right? Oh, await fire event is not enabled. And the rest of these are. Okay. Enforce async utils to be awaited properly. Very good. Okay. This hopefully would actually throw, because we'd need to wait for this to finish before we continue doing the rest of this, but I think this is just an example. But in any case, that sounds like a good rule. Await fire event. I think this one is only for view. Yeah, shouldn't use this rule for non-view stuff. Yeah, great. Consistent data test ID. Interesting. Oh, okay. I actually don't care about the pattern or anything, so yeah, that one's off. Oh, good. Great. Thank you. Disallow unnecessary await for sync queries. Nice. Yep, that's good. Disallow the use of debug. This should probably just, yeah, that's no debug. Yeah, okay. Is this auto-fixable? Good. Because if people have autofix enabled, but then they're trying to work on debug and it goes away, that would be super annoying. So, yeah. Disallow importing from DOM testing library. And we'll just have to disable that in the frameworks, which is fine. That is totally cool. No DOM import, no manual cleanup. Yep, very good. That one's disabled, right? Yeah, the rest of these, or enabled. The rest of these are enabled. Empty callback inside wait for, and wait for element to be removed. Very good. Okay, cool. Explicit assertions rather than just get by. Yep. I'm gonna actually turn that one into a warn. Yeah, because it's like not a huge deal, but it kind of is nice. So nice. And then specific queries when checking. Cool. That one's good. Prefer screen queries. Yep, definitely a fan. I wonder if this works if I pass a custom container. We'll see. That's not something we really do very much anyway. And then use wait for instead of deprecated wait methods. Yep. Great. I love it. Very good. And we'll just commit that to their PR. And sweet. Super duper. Thank you as always. You're the best. And that closes that. That's fine. We'll squash and merge and not wait. And yeah, and then confirm that. And then we'll come over to open code for KCD scripts. And I'm going to want to wait for this to release. So let's go to Travis here. Build history, there you are. And holy moly, am I still supporting Node 8 in this project? I should probably stop supporting that. Right, testing library was released, hooray! And the generator just updated all deps here. I think we're gonna want to hold off. Let's wait. I'm about to do a major bump to KCD scripts. All right. Just gonna unsubscribe from something here really quick while we're waiting for this. Just got node 12. Why are you taking so long? Node 12? Almost done. Very good. We're waiting until ESLint 7. That will require node 10.13. Good to know. Okay, I got a mention on React query here. That's fun. Perhaps I can chime in on prove docs to avoid exporting. Yeah, this is actually something I've run into a couple times and just haven't had the time to figure it out. Yeah. See, then calling manual cleanup as a pain. Don't want to do that. That's exactly what it is. I've definitely observed this same behavior in Bookshelf. I haven't had time to debug, but it definitely is annoying. Dustin's analysis is consistent with what I assume is happening, and I agree with, what's this guy's name? I love it, or I love TT, that we should use the same config for tests and production. With that in mind, I'm not 100% certain of the best way to approach this. I think it's really hard to reproduce in a debugging environment. The issue is that, well, my guess is this change will, I don't know. I'm not sure. Right now, the manual cleanup at the end of the test is the best workaround I can think of. Really wish that the after each hook was called synchronously after each test. Straight face. How do you straight face? Meh, unamused. No, I want the neutral face. Okay, sweet. So we got this, and it's released. Nice. I just got the email from NPM saying I released it. So now I can come over here, update all the things, and git add and git commit. Oh, for crying, well, yeah, git commit, feature, ESLint, bump, ESLint, config for testing library. Yep. Kind of feel like the ESLint config should only include jest if or testing library stuff if we've got testing library installed. That would make sense to me. Yeah. I'll just make an issue. Only add testing library and just DOM rules if those packages are installed. That way we don't have unexpected errors if those plugins get confused. Yep, that'll be it. All right, sweet. So coming back over here now, we push that. It should be in the process of doing a major release. Build history. There's master. Oh no, node 14 broke. But why? Type error. Say what? Boo. I knew I should have run the validate script. Okay, let's install. I'm guessing testing library. Npm run validate. Yeah, we've got a Yep. So this rule is trying to call match on this value, but it's not a string. And so that's what the problem is. The rule, what is the rule? Dot match right there. That's undefined. Console.log. Whoa. These are DOM node or AST nodes. And this node does not have a value, whereas other ones do. Value. This one does not have a value. All right, yeah. So with that in mind, I think I do want to get the ESLint only enabling this for test files. And not only test files, but only enabling it when it's actually installed. Man, this is always how this happens. I start with one idea and then I wind up in like 30 projects updating all sorts of things. Let's just update all the dependencies. Sweet, we're good. Let's just, here, actually, I don't trust this. So here, hold on a sec. I've got a thing for this, don't I? Flush npm, that's what it is. And it even says npm is done when we're all done, which is kind of fun. I think I do something kind of fancy with the React one. So
NPM is done.
NPM is done. Nice. So we'll just copy this and bring it over to our jest stuff. We don't need semver here. I just want to get the package. All deps. Let's say let has jest DOM is false and has testing library is false. And then we'll say all deps or has jest DOM equals all deps has own property testing library jest DOM, and then this has testing library DOM or React or Cypress, I guess. Why is that not formatting? Format. I know why. Because I don't have prettier configured in this repo. Nope, I do. That's strange. Huh. Oh, I don't have it installed in this repo. All right. Well, that's annoying. Let's do nice. Fun stuff. Angular, yeah, I could include a bunch of others, but like seriously, I kind of make this for myself. All right, fine. We'll just do testing library Cypress and Angular and Vue and Svelte. Why not? Cypress isn't supported by the rules. Yeah, that's true. All right, we'll just get rid of that one. Oh yeah, only DOM, React, Vue, and Angular. Okay, fine. So Svelte is out. Peace. I probably won't ever use this anyway. All right, sweet. So has testing library, has JS DOM, and then here we'll say put all this inside of this, and spread, and we'll say has JS DOM, then it's that, otherwise null, and same doodad for this doodad. So be has testing library, otherwise null. Okay, and we'll format all that fancy dancy. Here we go. Much better. And then it probably should report this error that I had with this rule as well. Cannot do. Okay, and that rule was the no manual cleanup. Uselint plugin testing library. No manual. Hold on a second. Looks like Cypress. Yeah. It's kind of annoying. Yep. Okay, cool. No manual clean up does not require module name. I've got code like this. Require module name. And no manual cleanup does this. I don't think that null does break on spreading. Hold on a second. Var x equals null. Yep, we're good. No worries. This is because, let's just give a little bit more help here. Right here, required module value. We'll just do this right here. Because of this code, it should check whether value exists first before calling match. There we go. Ta-da! All right, sweet. So I think we're good. Great. Is there anything else I should do this with? Like, gotta React one. Well, we kind of do. This is kind of like a within this package we do it, but KCD scripts will only add jest and React based on dependencies as well. So we're kind of doing this in multiple places, but this makes the most sense here, unless I want to break this out into another another separate file, which I don't really want to. So not right now anyway. So commit feature only add testing library plugins when needed. Everything is awesome. Oh, boo. Boo on that. I knew that was going to happen. For crying out loud. Dang it. Okay, so let's do package.json. I guess we want to install testing library as a development dependency. Testing library, just DOM and DOM. We'll just have them here just so that it adds those things, and that's fine. It's not that big of a deal. All right. Disable the plugins too. Oh, good call. Good call. That's a good idea. Get rid of this. Who needs that nonsense? Not me. We're going to do filter boolean, say has just DOM, otherwise nothing, has testing library, otherwise nada. Sweet. And yep. Brilliant idea. Thank you. So then we'll push this. We'll get a release. And hopefully I don't have to be in here anymore. So I'll go ahead and close this. And Hopefully this will no longer be a problem also, so I can close that and that. And oh, should have marked this. Whoops. This commit closes this. And let's go find that commit. Just want to document myself here. Close. Probably could have done this easier. Just object.keys and then it includes one of these array items, but whatever. That's fine. All right, sweet. And let's take a look at this. We've got our build. And it's building, building, building. Sweet, that one's done. These should all be quite fast. It's a pretty small package. We are so close to finally getting to updating KCD scripts so that I can finally finish writing this comment saying that I updated KCD scripts. So yeah, we're going to do that in here. NCU update. We'll get to that. NCU update. And then once I'm all done with that, then I can get to this epic React change that I wanted to make. It's not a big change, it's a small one before I start recording this afternoon. So come on, 10, you can do it. Uploading reports to CodeCov. Kind of feel like maybe I should have a different step to do that reporting. I don't know, because it seems ambitious, or not ambitious, but overkill to send coverage reports for all of these builds. But you know, what do you do? I just got a notification on my phone for Basecamp. Fun! This is how we're tracking progress on Epic React Dev, because I'm not working on this on my own. I'm the only content creator, but yeah, lots of people working on this. Oh, and this is season 3 of my podcast. Woo! Ready for publishing this week. Ordering transcripts, writing descriptions. Awesome. Just kind of deciding when we want to release it. All right, this is awesome. Good, 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 good. Okay, and while I was waiting, we almost got released. Almost. Come on, you can do this. Release this sucker. And it is now released. Boom. So we're going to update this one. Sweet. And we'll install it. And we'll validate it that everything is good. Please be good. Lint runs without a hitch. Testing as well. Commit, fix, linting, issue. I don't really care to be too descriptive. That'll be fine. All right, so then we can get our builds going for that and get it released. There's my npm email telling me it was released. We have an app-var failure, for bumping that ESLint config, so we're fixing that now. And here's something that might be interesting to pull up. Not sure what to do. Okay. To be clear, your goal is for people to be, or is to make this change without any breaking changes, so people do not have to import from a REST or GraphQL, or I guess it would be MSW module. Is that right? If that's the case, I'm not, whoops. I'm not certain why tree shaking isn't ditching the GraphQL exports when they're unused. It feels like that should just get removed. Okay, sweet. We've got our linting issue fix. Oh, sweet. We're releasing. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, running the build. We compiled 22 files with Babel. And now we got to release the magic that was built. And there we go. Boom, released. Come on. It wasn't released yet. It's being released. Now it's released. Ta-da! Great. I'm going to blow away here. Flush npm. Totally. I guess I could change this alias to fnpm or fpm, but then people would think that I'm swearing at npm, which is not what the intent is. So we're stuck with that. John, I just noticed your comment. How is your float? Awesome, I presume. I'm going to be floating this afternoon. I'm decided. I'm going to grab some lunch, then I'm going to go for a float. And it's going to be great.
NPM is done.
NPM is done. Sweet. So now, let's run that validate script, make sure everything's working. We'll get some linting going on here. I don't think that we'll have, let's see, do we have JSDOM? I think we have JSDOM, right? Yeah, so that's installed. That's cool. May have to disable some rules and stuff because we do some weird things. But it looks like, yeah, lint passed, so we're good. We seem to be taking a long time on our tests for some reason. That is odd. We have a broken test. Also odd. Huh. I'm guessing this is a result of a JS-DOM update, actually. Here, let's take a look. Package.json, JS-DOM. We don't need JS-DOM anymore. We can get rid of that because JS-DOM is latest now with this update of KCD scripts. So I'm just going to flush npm again. I went 11 miles. Nice. Hands are still frozen from the ride. Can't code. Oh, it's raining. Yeah, that's always fun. What is the weather like right now? Weather near me. Oh, wait, there it was. 65 degrees. Huh. Okay. Well, it's kind of nippy on the nippy side, but I think we'll be all right. Do.
Npm is done.
npm is done. Let's try this test again. Run all the things. Is JS-DOM, or is Jest now a bit slower or something? It's kind of weird. Let's just run the failed test now. This is role helpers in the tests. Here we have should exclude. This is for div visibility hidden. Bug in JS-DOM. Oh, sweet. True. No longer a bug in JS-DOM. Nice. There we go. Thank you for that comment. That's nice. Made it really easy. Okay, sweet. So now, we're gonna make a chore, and actually I want to branch update deps. Chore, update, all the things. And that's my email for KCD scripts getting updated. Should probably implement rotating random onload pin approach so we don't force users to download all these images to read the docs. I agree. Most sites only show 3 or so, and they rotate them. I'm a fan of that. Okay, cool. So then we've got our pull request link. Thank you very much for that. And update everything to stay updated. NCU, update, NPX, there we go. This also allowed us to fix a test that was busted due to JS-DOM support being old. KCD scripts uses the latest Jest, which uses the latest JS-DOM. Wahoo. All right, documentation, that's an NA. This is an NA. Tests are good and ready to be merged, and create pull request. And I'm really just doing this for visibility. Putting Michael to bed, and the kids are outside. Sweet. It's almost time to record. Squash and merge. I need to go eat something though, so we gotta finish this up. Okay. And I'm like slouching. I should stand. Okay, cool. Now, let's do a get checkout master, get pull, and now I can finally say you don't need to worry about that. Sweet. All right. Finally, my goodness gracious, that took way longer than anticipated, but now we're in a pretty good place and I'm really happy with this. So we're gonna go here actually, we're gonna go to my React workshop, code React workshop app, and we can close this now. NCU, update all the things, which will include KCD scripts, and let's install, let's flush npm. And while that's happening, I don't think that I'm going to need to update anything or like push a release or anything on that, so that'll be fine. Wait a second. Do I have the latest? Did I already update this? Oh, I did. Nice. Okay. I can't remember if I installed, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Testing library. Right. I'm going to flush npm so I get the latest DOM for that. And then my stack traces will be way better. Nice. Okay, so with this, should be done here pretty shortly. And remember there's a way to turn this off because I don't like this. I forgot. I saw a tweet about it. And my app.var completed correctly for KCD scripts, which is always good.
npm is done.
Sweet. Git commit update, or this will be a chore. Update KCD scripts. Git push, and I'll run the validate script too, just in case. Pretty sure it'll be fine, but just be a good idea to make sure. Oh, looks like I do run the validate script. Oh, well, the validate script will run, but it won't run the tests or the linting because those run as part of the pre-commit, just like this subset of the things that we care about. So we'll run the full validate to run it across everything. Dynamic import node, huh? I feel like I should have that installed by default for KCD scripts. I wonder why I didn't just work on that at this time. I was probably really in a hurry.
npm is done.
Huh, that'll be something to look at later, I suppose. All right, sweet. npm is done. Good stuff. Now, let's start this. I think I've actually got this running in a different tab. There we go. So we'll get that running over again. Let's get, I want to get my test running, and I want to make sure that after all of that, my stack trace looks awesome. So let's come over here. Pretty much everything I've been working on this morning has led me to garbage. What happened? Testing library DOM. I have 7.2 and I don't know which version the latest is. Let's find out. Huh. I wonder why that happened. Shouldn't it, we've got a version range in here that should capture that. That's very odd, but that's fine, not a big deal. We'll update that eventually. I feel like it should capture that though, right? It makes sense. Okay, cool. So finally, we're gonna get to the thing that I need to work on before I record this, and that is for this exercise 02, for the extra credit, I switched this to this use async util, and I've got a use async util in several other places in the workshop, and I want it to be the exact same use async util that I use everywhere else, and it's not. This is one variation of it, and I have changed a bunch of things. I probably still have this in my clipboard. Yeah, it's probably yeah, it's gonna be in here somewhere. It's probably in use async. Huh, that's weird. There we go. Use async right there. Let's get rid of this one. And we got this. And then the example usage will actually be use async const data and run, and then React use effect run. Pokemon name and run. Whoops. Ah, gotta spell things correctly. And there we go. That's the usage data, and then we've got the error and status. Yep, that'll do it. Much better. All right, so then everything's busted because a bunch of these things are using the old use async API. So we're going to have this new one, which will instead React use effect, and this will call the run function I get back from here with this get items callback. We'll have Dan fix that for us. Thank you, Dan. And there we are. And, oh, you know what? Actually, I changed this use async thing. So here, let's cat from, where did I use that? Advanced React hooks, source utils. I think it now accepts an initial state. Yep, it does. It does that indeed. And in fact, we're using a reducer and all sorts of things. So let's just do this one. So coming back here, all this doodad magic. Feel like I need, I have another place where I have even more. I feel like I've got one where I'm set status. Const set status equals React use callback. No, I guess not. Huh. Maybe it's const reset equals React use callback. Yep, there it is. All right. So let's come down here, paste it there. Okay, so here we go. I think this actually might be straight from the Bookshelf app, which is what I should be using. Yep. And this reducer is fine, nice and simple, so I'm fine with that. Yep, we're good. I like this. This is good. Okay, sweet. So great. All right, so now we've got our run, all that nonsense here. It's looking good. Oh yeah, and the whole reason I got into all of that was because, this one doesn't have the initial or initial state. Use async initial or what was it? Shoot. Okay, so that was, I think this one has the initial state, yeah. So we'll call this default initial state, and we'll accept the initial state, and we'll combine these. And then when you call reset, let's go initial state ref, use ref. There we go. Sweet. So we reset it to whatever it was at the time this was initialized. Good. All right, I'm feeling good about that. So now we can set our initial state is going to be data. It's going to be an empty array. Then we don't have to default this like that. And say status is pending. Actually, rather than having, if I have no input value, then I know I'm safe to call get items, or then I know that my items, let's see, well, in any case, that get items is asynchronous, so yeah, okay, that's fine. This is good. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull this up. And yeah, it looks like it's working fine. Salt Lake City, sweet. Sweet home. Oh yeah. Good stuff. And then we get the memoization magic if we choose. I forgot. We've got to have one that is there we go. And then force re-render will be super fast. That's the goal. All right, sweet. Okay, I just barely realized I haven't been looking at chat, as often happens. Do you have a blog post where you express your thoughts about visual testing? I don't, actually. Maybe one day I will write about that. Yeah, sorry, I just got distracted for a second. Yeah, so it would be cool to write about that. My thought is definitely a good idea for any product that you care about having confidence you're not going to break the way it looks. And so most production applications that would apply, I'd say. And so using something like Percy.io or Applitools, both fantastic tools. There's also Chromatic, which is probably best suited for component libraries. But yeah, take a look at those. Those are pretty fun, pretty interesting, good stuff. All right, sweet. So now I'm gonna grab all of this. We're gonna come over here. And I'm gonna do a find replace for all of these. We've got several of them. Replace that. Boom. That's what I'm talking about. All right, and then use async. Let's just make sure everyone that is using use async is using that new API. It is, so we're good. So we should be solid. All right, so check out my diff. Look at that. Okay, who cares about that? The package lock. Is there a way to make it so that get diff just skips over the package lock? Like, who's gonna look at that thing? My goodness. Okay, yeah, we've got some syntax highlighting in the diff. It is so awesome. I love that. Yeah, so we updated a couple things. Downshift got updated. And very soon we'll get an update to React scripts, which will have the latest of JSDOM, or of everything. It'll have the latest of all the things. It'll be great. I can't wait. And yep, updated all of those. They're all looking stupendous. The one thing that probably didn't get captured in this update is the extra credit for this. You can also check the deployed version of these if you'd rather not build build them locally. So here's the exercise final and extra 1 and extra 2. Or here, you know what I'm gonna do, check the deployed version. I'm not gonna say that every time because pretty much every single one of these we're gonna need that. So production deploy, and this is gonna be that. It'll be React performance.netlify.app to take me there, and this will be 2. Okay. So actually what I want is that copy pasted all over the place. So this will be o2 extra 1.js. This will be exercise 01 or o2.js. Production deploys. This will be exercise and the final. Whoops. I should probably just put this for all of my stuff should do this. So o1.js or o2.js. That works, right? Takes me to the deployed. Good. Okay. Let me think of the best way to do that. So I've got this script that I run that runs fixed links that will read all of my feedback links and links to isolated examples within each individual file. And that's so that updates this link right there. So as I move files around and whatnot. Recommendations on Redux from me. I'm afraid you're not going to find anything good because I don't do any Redux. Sorry. Yeah, let's see if I can automate this. So we got the feedback links, and then probably do the same thing. So let me grab all this. we're gonna add a update prod links.js. Just put this right here for now, and update production deploy links, and then find the title, or we're looking for exercise. Exercise line. I don't care about that first line. I'm just looking for the exercise line. So we're going to have lines, contents, dot split, lines, find index, line, exercise line index. And then we're also going to look for the extra credit lines. Let's see. We'll filter the lines where the line and actually we'll do test. Okay. And then map that line to lines index of line. There we go. So now we've got the extra credit line indexes. Console log, exercise line index, and the extra credit line indexes, node scripts update. Yeah, I figured we'd end up with something like that, which is why I did this. Line test is not a function. That is so right. And I forgot to return. There we go. Let's try that now. Sweet. Okay, so we've got ourselves where the exercise line is and the extra credit line index is. Looks like we don't have an extra credit for that file, which is totally reasonable. We don't always have extra credits. And then, let's see. So we've got our exercise prod deploy lines. It's going to be an empty string, and then this stuff. So actually, let's forget this. Trim, and then split. Okay. And our production deploy for this. Const get exercise deploy line. Or get extra deploy line. Extra wondering, am I using Vim? Nope, this is not Vim. This is VS Code. All right, sweet. So then we've got our, Okay, and then we actually need to parameterize a few things. So we've got our project title. I don't think we need the project title in this one, or this right here. But we are going to need the home page, which we can get from the package.json. So home page, project, home page. And I think that ends in a slash. It does. Actually, this should be .app. So project home page. And that will cover all of these. Okay, and then we also need to know what the exercise is, which we can get from, wait a second, file name. So the file name should be the 02. Okay, so that's going to take care of us for this. File name. And then the extra, and then the dash, and then the extra number. We'll make that more explicit. That's the extra number. But not all of it is going to be .js. So for all of these, instead of .js, it's going to be ext. Shoot. So the extension of this file path is going to be ext, or is going to be md, but we need it to be ext or md. So let's get our shoot. We need to find out if the exercise is an HTML file or a JavaScript file. Most of the time it'll be JavaScript, but sometimes it's HTML. So fs file exists, or exists sync, and file path const exercise file equals path dot what is the word I'm looking for? Not parse create. I don't know. Node require path. Is it format? Path dot format name o2 ext HTML. There we go. Okay, cool. So we're going to get parsed exercise ext is going to be exercise HTML path path dot format parsed with the ext set to HTML. Otherwise, it's going to be the JS path. And if that exists, and exercise ext is going to be .html. Else if fs exists sync the exercise JS path, then exercise ext is .js. Else throw new error unsupported exercise type for file name. Oh, and this is not a string or console log. And let's put that in quotes. All right, then with that exercise ext, we know from all of these. Okay, cool. All right, so now we can make some changes. So we're going to say lines.splice. I don't use this one very much. The start index is going to be our exercise line index. No, I don't want to splice. I want to insert. Insert, right? I think maybe there's overloaded. Yeah, so delete and 0. Yeah, 0. And then our exercise deploy prod deploy lines. Yep. I think I need to have a new line here as well. Okay. And then exercise or extra credit line indexes splice. Oh, whoops. No. 4 of index of those indexes lines splice at the index. We'll remove 0 and we'll add that needs to be, I think it needs to look like that. And then get extra deploy line. And then actually I think we're going to need a new line after that too. And this will be our index. +1, I think. Yep. That should do it. So then, before we write anything, we'll console log lines dot join. Let's see what happens when we run that. And actually, let's just do one. Okay, so, well, that's not good. That should have added something there, but that one's good. We just threw that in. Oh, wait, no, that was interesting. Extra 106 HTML, my goodness. Something's really messed up. We'll figure that out. And then we're adding it before. We want to add it after. So let us see. I don't test stuff like this. I just manually test this stuff because once it's working, I don't bother worrying about it. But what we are going to need to do is do a +1, I think, for both of these. And I'm not sure why that ended up doing that. That's weird. Oh, I'm already console logging that, so let's try this again. Come up here. Yeah, it's 65 and 105 and 102. So we do have lines for that. Exercise, sweet. Production deploys. Looks like we don't need that extra space here or here. So that's okay. And then actually, let's go to that 01.md and get rid of this and that. Okay. Oh, I know what's going on. It's because we insert those lines and manipulating the lines thing, and yeah, and this is actually going to be a problem too, because once I've done it, I don't want to do it again. I just want to, oh, this is why it's so complicated. Oh, this is kind of hard. Exercise, prod, deploy, text. Okay. I don't know how I want to format that. That's weird. Okay, then I can say if the contents includes exercise, prod, deploy text, or if it does not, and then we'll actually need to do this later on. Okay, so if it doesn't, then we'll insert it. So I'll do this splice magic. Hello. And yeah, this is basically just going to be this split view lines. And then I think I just need to, you know what I think I need to do? I think we need a loop. I think that would be better. So what we're going to do instead, I'm going to do 4 line, nope. Maybe new lines and 4 yeah, let's start with this line index lines. Okay, and line. And then I'll say this is exercise title. And we've got one for the extra credits. Is extra credit line. Okay, and then I'll say if here, and actually we don't need that. I'll just stick that here. If it's an exercise line, then we want to check the next few lines to see if they are the same as these. Maybe another declaration before the second one. I'm not sure what you're talking about. We're like 15 seconds between us, or you're like a few seconds delayed, so you have to be really specific about what you're talking about when you comment, because I don't know. I've moved on. Okay, so if this is the exercise line, then I need to check the next couple lines to see if they are the same. or to see if they are production lines, I guess. And if they are, then I need to make sure that they're updated. I need to update them in line. If they're not, then I need to add them. Okay. Whew. This is not easy. Not easy at all. Okay, so we're going to say if lines at line index plus 2, so we have the new line and then the that next line starts with production deploys, then we're in it, otherwise we can insert it. Already exists, update it. Need to insert links. Okay, so then if it already exists, we just need to make sure we update it. Then I'm going to take let's see. New lines, push line, right? That's what I want to do. I think that's what I want to do. So we'll just keep that going. New lines. Oh, actually, what we can do in either case is I'll say new lines dot push a new line, and then my exercise whatever split I think that's what we'll need to do. Yeah, maybe we don't need that extra new line there. Okay, so we'll push it to whatever it should be, and if it already exists, then we'll just skip those indexes. Already existed, skip indexes. So our line index now is going to be the line index plus that dot length. I think that should work. Probably going to be off by 1. Otherwise, if that matches our line, then we're on the extra credit, and we'll do something similar. Or get extra deploy line for the extra credit that we are. So that's going to be whatever that number is. So actually what we probably want to do is match this, right? That would make sense. Match extra credit match. Okay. And I can do some fancy smancy. Where am I doing that? I just need to remember the syntax here. Yeah. So we do question mark, open, close, and this is going to be the name, which will be our number. Okay. And then somebody's at the door. This is taking longer than I expected, but of course I'm doing way more than I expected I would do. I should probably be recording right now. Oh, that's my sister-in-law. Oh, my wife is helping make masks, and my sister-in-law is bringing her some of the materials. Okay. Sweet. So then, if we have an extra credit match, then we'll get our number from the extra credit match groups number. We don't need to trim. Yep, just that. And then we'll pass that number there. Sweet. And we'll say if the lines at line index plus 2 starts with the production deploy then already existed skip indexes. Line index equals line index. Here, and actually let's grab this as a variable. Extra deploy line. Stick that right there. We'll return an array here. And then just in case we want to do extra lines in the future or something. I have a feeling that this could break stuff bad, but it's probably fine. We have Git, so plus that dot length. Okay, I'm probably off by 1 in more than one place. I might be off by 1 in that estimation. But let's just try this. So here, instead of doing this nonsense here, we'll console log the new lines join. Okay, so hey, sweet, we've got an extra new line there, so we don't need that. That's fine. And then let's see, probably, yep, extra new line there, and extra new line there. We don't need that extra new line. Oh, and yeah, okay, that's fine. Oh, and this actually, whew, I missed something. I'm going to change this back to split. And instead of text, this is going to be lines. Okay, and then we can get rid of that. Try this again. Okay, so we've got, yeah, we're missing a new line now. Probably something weird I changed, or I don't know. I don't understand. Why is that happening? Why are we getting all these extra new lines? And why is this HTML? That should not be an HTML. Let me make sure that first. Boy, somebody's going in and out of that front door a lot. Oh, and I did those things. Let me just check some of my to-do list items off. There we go. Okay, so oh yeah, I wanted to figure out the HTML extension. Why that extension? my guess is that this didn't work the way that I thought it did, and those are gonna oh, that's what it is, JS, right? That should have thrown an error though, so yeah, okay, well, let's just try that now. Come up here. Yep, that didn't work as I expected. Node. So much going in and out of the house. I wish that I could snooze this and be like, yes, I realize there are people. Actually, I can't snooze it. I'm not going to do it. P equals require path. P dot parse foo bar baz dot md. Okay. R O P dot format O. Okay. P dot format O and ext HTML. Okay. That's because my base is messed up. So I need to change the base, I think. So if we do base is baz.html. Yep, that's what I need to do. Okay. So we need to update the base to be the parsed, or the name. You know what, let's just call it the name. File name, you can all just be name. Okay, and then, nope, let's just do that. Okay, very good. So that should fix that problem. So this now is .js. Beautiful. And we are going to HTTP. This should be HTTPS for certain. So let's update that. Okay. Sweet. Okay. We got a new line. Oh, I think I might know what's going on. Extra inserted lines, inserted, spell inserted lines. Here we go. And then we'll do inserted lines.length. Here, and actually, let inserted lines equal 0. And then down here, there we go. And then lines, there we go. Oh, but we only want inserted line count. Okay, that's stupid. Nope, come back. Okay, great. So then here, for these, There we go. Very good. Let's try that now. See, I told you it was going to be an off by 1 error. I'm probably still off by 1. Yeah, we're still got an extra line there. And that's because I probably just need to skip something. Yeah, I'm trimming right there, so I shouldn't have an extra line. So yeah, I'm not even falling into this if case actually. Skip the new line. We added it. Line index equals line index plus 1. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Try that. What? I am super duper confused. I didn't update that markdown file somehow, did I? Oh, I did. I did indeed do such a thing. Okay. So that's actually fine, because that means that I'm checking. Oh, no, I'm looking at the wrong file. Yeah, I did not include that. Okay. So why then are we getting this extra line is the question. So we've already pushed the line. We're on an exercise line, and so we're going to insert exercise deploy lines, and that should just be one new line. Oh, and then we join. Yeah, okay. So actually, we don't need this. And we probably don't need this either. Bother. -1. Off by 1 errors. I'll run with it. Yep, I'm going to chase that feeling. No! What the junk is going on? So we insert these lines right there, and then we join it with a new line, but we actually want an extra new line. So we do need this, right? But this time we won't put that as part of the inserted lines. We'll just insert it like so. What is happening? Okay, I'm just going to keep going, and we'll see what happens. Maybe my terminal is doing something weird. Maybe if I add a -1. Maybe if I add a +1. See, it's always going to be off by 1. See, I don't know. I'm so confused. All right, whatever. Let's try this on 0.2 and see what happens. Since that one technically already has those lines, it should not insert them double. Okay. Okay. Okay, so it looks like it's okay. So now let's get it to actually update, and then we'll figure out what this extra line thing is all about. So we need to do this. New contents. Go right there. Okay, so before I do any of this, I'm going to add source package and just make sure commit, update all the things, and improve use async. Where sure, let's verify that it's going to run the test and something's going to break. I just know it. Oh, thank heaven. And the build takes a while. I got 2 legacy projects to maintain. Small, quick changes, quick enhancements, and quite small amount of time to do that. But it's so ... without hooks. I just want to cry a bit. Here's my virtual hug for you. Sad stuff. But it's okay. You know, React was good before hooks. Like, React was awesome. It's just better with hooks. Okay, so let's try Node. And this one, we're just doing 0.2. So let's see what the difference is. Yep, it added a bunch of lines. Well, boo to that is how I feel about it. Save that, and then it reformats, so that's fine, I guess. What a pain in the rear end this has been. So, so what's happening is we got these new lines, we come around to the exercise line, we push it on, we say, oh, you're the exercise line, so we're going to add a new line, and then the extra, or the exercise prod deploy lines, and then I'm gonna discover that, oh, you already have production deploys 2 lines ahead. Let's just make sure that that shows up. We made it. There we go. Okay, so that's good. Okay, so we do get into here, and then we need to skip those indexes. So we take, so by this time, we've already added these extra deploy lines. If I inserted an empty string instead of a new line, that's what's going on. Thank you. You did it. That's what it is. It's because when I added a new line and then I join these with a new line, and that's what it is. That is it. You did it. Watch this. Bum-ba-da-dum. We're not going to get any changes to Git because it's going to look exactly the same. Sweet. So then if I switch this over to 0.1 and run that now, I'm going to get an update, and it's going to look great. We got our production deploys, production deploy, production deploy. Boom! Yes! Yes, yes, yes. Very good. All right, sweet. So now, what if I do star.md? Let's run that. We got all of these things updated. Production deploy. Let's just make sure that actually does go to where it should. Oh, it does not. Well, that's boo on VS Code for that click here. So let's go over here. Okay, boom, boom. Nice, and boom. Good, and boom. Booyah. This is spectacular. Sweet. Okay, so now I can use this in all of my workshops. And I can come over here. I'm going to grab all of the relevant stuff here. Going to move this over. Come on. Okay, there's something funky with that split screen thing. Okay, we'll edit that. And I don't think that I'm using this in the boot or the bookshelf app, but let me find out for sure. Or fix links? No, I didn't think so. Yeah, because it's very, very different. So here we go. Now we're going to come right here, paste all that in, project homepage. Yeah, let's just get our const package is that. Title and homepage. There we go. Sweet. Do I look tired? I get that a lot when I'm coding. I think I just always look tired when I'm coding. I don't know. Okay, production deploy links. And then we update our feedback links. And then links to isolated examples in the isolated example code stuff. Sweet. I got a delivery of a bunch of chocolates that I'm going to give to a bunch of the mothers in my church, which is going to be fun for Mother's Day. Okay, great. So now, with that all done, I can get rid of this garbage, and we can run node script, or not node, it would be scripts fix links. Okay, let's just make sure. Bum ba da dum. Ba da 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 da. Hooray! All right, this is good news. What changed on this one? Oh, it looks like that was incorrect link. Haha! See, this is why I have these scripts, because I miss stuff like that. Okay, so we're gonna add here, and actually, let me just double check that this looks the way I want it to, because that'd be a shame if it didn't look the way I want it to. So we come down here, production deploys, exercise, final. Okay, and then production deploy. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I don't totally love it, but I think it makes sense. Production deploys. Here's the production and the production. Maybe I should have it say production deploy and exercise deploy. So like if we go to 02 MD and local. That'll be local version, and maybe it would say production version and local version, and this would be / isolated yada yada. So production version, local version. And then for this part, it would say production exercise, local exercise, and then production final, local final. See, what we add the local isolated page links right here, in addition to rendering it in here. So I'm not sure if that's just overkill or maybe it should be in the title, and it could be like an emoji. So it could be like a rocket. But then how would I distinguish between the exercise and the final? Well, I already do that with the toolbox and the power. Yeah, just want to make sure it's clear that it's production though. So, and you know what? Actually, it doesn't matter. They don't need to see the local version because they never work in this file anyway. They only need to see the production version. So yeah, we are good as we are. Let's check this out. This should fix this automatically for me, if it works. Only sort of fixed it. I think I know why. Because it's production version, not production deploy. It's nice to know that I'm not going to delete stuff if it's not stuff I should delete. What day is it today? I don't know what you're asking. Okay, great. So I think that's fine. Yeah, we're gonna leave it like that. Commit, add production deploy links. And then I can go to React fundamentals. And you know what? I'm not going to bother because here in just a couple of days, we're going to get a new version of React scripts, which I will probably want. And at that time, I can go and update everything. Okay, sweet. Hallelujah. Okay, so I've updated everything. I'm going to go eat some lunch, and then I'm going to start recording. And yeah, thanks everyone for keeping me on task. I will see you in the future, and hope you super duper enjoy epicreact.dev. What? Look at that. Isn't that cool? Whoa. I didn't build that, but it is legit. Look at this. I love how that zooms in. Ah, doesn't that just look so cool? I think it looks awesome. I love this thing. Wonder what this does without JavaScript enabled. Disable JavaScript. All right. Yeah, I can deal with that. Does this actually work? Kent test or Kent or me plus test at kentcdodds.com. Join now. Boom. Hey, that's all right. Now, the real question is, who's going to disable JavaScript? Nobody. But some people do, I suppose. Looks a lot cooler when JavaScript's enabled, though. Okay, so I'm going to turn off that preserve log thing because that's kind of annoying. And I think I have that enabled on the network tab too. There we go. Sweet. So that was fun. Thanks, everyone. And I will see you all at a future date. Peace out.